Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it is time for October favorites. I cannot believe we literally have like 2 months left in the year. It is crazy. This year flew by. You know, everyone says that, but it just feels so surreal that like the holidays are around the corner and it's the best time of the year though. So I have a lot of good stuff this month to share with you. I'm just going to do like makeup and hair care in this video. I do have a bunch of like random favorites, and I had posted last week, I did a poll on Instagram. It's like one of my favorite things, I guess, this month is Instagram came out with like this thing where you can do like a poll on your like Insta stories and people can vote, you know, yes or no for random things. And I had asked if you guys wanted to see a separate lifestyle favorites, since I do have so many this month. I don't know what happened, but like there's like so many random things that if I put it in this video, it would just be so long because I do have a lot of good beauty products this month. So I'm going to film that after this, and that'll be up in you know, a little while. I have a couple other videos I want to get up before that, but I did want to get my actual October favorites up. So let's get started. First things first, this is the lashes I have been wearing, the Ardell Natural Demi Whispies. They are like, look like this. They were actually what I'm wearing. I've worn them in the past few videos. You guys, if you saw my vlog, you know all about my lash extension fiasco. Yes, I got them again. Yes, it was a disaster as per usual. So basically these have been my best friend. I'm wearing them when I'm filming. When I go out, if I don't want to look totally naked because I have like no lashes. These are what I've been wearing and I really love them. They're very comfortable, very easy to wear. I'm able to get a couple uses out of one pair. I just kind of clean the lash band and pull off the excess glue. And they work just as good as, you know, some of the like expensive lashes. So I've had these forever, so I just like pulled out, you know, them in my little lash stash bin under here, and I've just been really enjoying them. But I've loved these, and they have kept me looking normal. I should have just worn lashes instead of getting lash extensions, but you live and you learn. So that's my number one this month. I have a bunch of lip products, which I will save for last because I'm going to swatch them all. So let's talk about this bad boy. This is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. It has SPF 30 sunscreen in it. I showed this in a haul video. I've Instagrammed about this. I love this stuff. And I got the shade Medium 1, which is St. Moritz, which is what I wear in the matte foundation, the whatever the little matte one is. Perfect skin color match for me. Absolutely love this. I am the kind of person, I either want mega full coverage, you know, that's still natural, or I want just something very light just to even out my skin tone. And lately, aside from the issue I had with my skin a couple weeks ago, like in the beginning of the month, I didn't even film. I couldn't even film. My skin just broke out, not even in blemishes, but just like this weird irritation, like in this texture all over. I don't know what it was. I really wasn't using anything different, but I think my skin just needed to react. So nothing, you know, was able to cover it. I mean, the texture and it was so bad. But after that happened, my skin hasn't been better. I mean, I'm like really happy with my skin. I haven't really changed much in my routine. Maybe I switched out a few products. But as far as that, like my skin is really good. Like right now, it's really, really good. So for me, this is very like light, buildable coverage. I like to put this on. I love to wear this like on the weekend or on the days where I don't really want heavy coverage. And I, you know, just squeeze it out and I apply it with my fingers. It's very liquidy. I squeeze out in my hand. I rub it all over my face. And if I find there's an area I need a little bit more coverage, I'll take a little bit and I'll, you know, rub it in. And then I'll take like a beauty sponge and just kind of pounce over certain areas so they don't look cakey. Not that it could look cakey because it's so like more dewy, I guess you could say. If you have really, really oily skin all year round, you probably won't like this. If you have more medium, you know, dry, normal combination, you will love this. I do wear a primer under it, just like a regular, you know, old primer, just because I always feel like you need to prime your skin before you put anything on, even if it's a tinted moisturizer. And I really love the finish of this. And this is the kind of product that looks better as the day goes on. Like I wore this yesterday, and when I first put it on, you know, I was like kind of rushing to get out the door, and I was like, all right, look, you know, it's fine. But then as the day wore on and as it settled into my skin and my natural, you know, oils came out, it just looked beautiful. It looked dewy and glowy, but not over the top where I felt like I needed to blot. Like I didn't touch my face all day. And this was on all day yesterday, like from earlier in the morning because I had a long day running around, and it just looked perfect. And it covered more as the day went on. And I love this. If you are looking for a very light, like I said, light to medium coverage, you will love this. It's perfection, and I can't stop wearing it and raving about it. So number one this month. On the other end of that, my good old Jurda Spillman Biofon foundation. Now that the weather is semi-cool here in Florida, I'm able to wear this, and let me tell you, my skin loves this. When it is, you know, in the kind of like 60s to 70s and there's like really low humidity, this is the best thing for my skin. It looks like skin. It's not heavy, it's not cakey, but it gives me the absolute and most amazing coverage. It could be full coverage, and you wouldn't have any worry in the world. I don't even need concealer when I put this on. Of course, you know, if you need to spot conceal certain things, yes, but 9 times out of 10, I don't need extra concealer with this. It just looks like skin, and it feels like skin. And the best thing to do is apply this with a dampened beauty sponge, whether it's a beauty blender or any other beauty sponge. That's going to give you the most flawless look. So for me, I'm able to alternate between the two. This is really more for, you know, when I want the fuller coverage, you know, if I'm going out or whatever. But if I'm just like running errands, I mean, either one works, but my skin absolutely loves this foundation at this time of year. So like starting around, I would say from like October till maybe February or March, I'm able to wear this with no problem. Like it doesn't matter, I don't have to set it. I hate to put powder over this because it gives such a skin-like appearance. It's perfection. Oop, I almost flung it at you. And it just, I almost hit pan on it. Like I have like a huge dent in it where you can almost see the ring. But I love this. And I'm in the shade Bijou, which I think if you guys are my skin tone, if you're anywhere from NC 30 to 35 in MAC, that's probably what my skin tone ranges from being tan or not. This will work for you. Same thing with this in the medium one. I'm like a true like medium skin tone. Very medium neutral, if that works. You know, I don't really have too much pink or too much yellow. I'm like very neutral. So these two are perfection. I mean, I will never be without either one of them now. So that is that. Perfect Morphe concealer brush. This is an E20. This is an older version of it from their old Elite collection. They've reformulated these brushes. Ulta is now carrying Morphe, which is so awesome. I just love seeing, you know, like the smaller brands that we use and know pretty much just from YouTube, branching out into bigger stores. Like I think that's amazing. And I think ColourPop is going to be sold at Sephora as well, which it's so cool. Aside from the point, this is the best concealer brush. If there are days when you are running out the door, like, you know, and you're putting this on and you just want to throw on some quick concealer, whether it's under your eyes or on your face, this is the best brush to just buff it in. Under your eyes, anywhere you have anything that needs to be touched up. If you don't have time to wet a sponge and do that whole shebang, this is the best brush for it. I'm sure that the reformulated version is pretty much identical. I think the coloring is just different on the brush tip. But anything that's like this big fluffy concealer brush that's still dense, like when I press this down, it's dense. Like you're gonna see that. It's not gonna like go all over the place. It's just gonna press it in and it's gonna blend it out and just look airbrushed. So this has been a go-to of mine. And if I had something that I needed to touch up, whether it was, you know, any blemish on my face or whatever that I need a little extra coverage, I'm able to take this, dab it into the concealer and just kind of press it lightly in. And then I can use this same brush with my powder that, this is the Ulta Banana powder that I've literally almost hit pan on. This is not part of my favorites because I already, you know, showed this in a favorites video, but I could just take that and then just apply it to set it and kind of like do a 2-in-1. So love this brush so much. This beauty sponge, I feel like if I have one thing, I have another thing to show you. So this is the Sephora beauty sponge that I showed in my haul video a while ago. I love this thing. I have not touched a beauty blender since I have been using this sponge. And I was kind of skeptical at first because it's really inexpensive. I think I want to say it's like 12 bucks or something. I love it. and it's big and it's dirty, and I literally used this to get ready today, and it's so squishy and pliable, but it's not too overly damp, but it's not too dry. Like, remember I was having that issue with the newer beauty blenders, that they just weren't staying damp enough to use them. I have no problem with this. I'm able to use this from foundation to concealer to powder. That's how much I use this sponge. I will, you know, put my foundation on, I'll blend it out with a brush, whether it's just a full-on foundation or like the tinted moisturizer, and I'll take this side and I'll bounce it over any areas where it might look a little cakey or I might have put a little too much, you know, around my cheeks or my forehead, and I'll just kind of pounce it like that. Apply my concealer, my corrector, and this gets under my eyes perfectly. The little point is just perfection, and it blends it out beautifully. Then I go in with my pressed powder, and I will take it just like this in my powder and tap that under my eyes and kind of set in my T-zone or wherever I'm going to put that powder, and I'm done. Like, it's all in one. I haven't been using other brushes, you know, to use it. I have my, you know, I have an under eye setting brush, I have a powder brush, I have all these other brushes that I've just been using this, and it looks flawless. There's something about using like the damp sponge, especially with the Ulta powder, because it's so finely milled. Even though it's inexpensive, it looks beautiful. And it doesn't look cakey. Like, under my eyes, I think we all suffer from that, where you can have too much and it's gonna be too cakey underneath. When you use this, it's wonderful. And for the price, you can't beat it. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is this eyeshadow palette. This is the Pure Cosmetics Soiree Diaries, which I could not wait to get my hands on this. This was like really hard to find because I could not find it online any place, but then I was able to find it in stores but I believe it was Kohl's that had this. And they were having like, it was on sale. So I think I got this for like around $20. And let me just tell you, as far as like my go-to shadows this month, like aside from when I've been wearing the Tartelette Toasted, like I've had this like a week and I've worn it constantly. Like, I'm wearing it again today. I didn't film a video on this, but I filmed a look using this that will be up this week, I promise. I know a lot of people have been asking for a look using this, and I did film one, so it will be up. But before I got this palette, which I'm obsessed with, this was my go-to. And I've been kind of into that whole no makeup look. Like, I want to have makeup on, but I don't want to look like I do. I just want to look natural. So I have been doing like a 2 eyeshadow look with literally 3 eyeshadow brushes. Like, literally. These 3 brushes and this palette, and that's what I've been using. So I've been using the shade Gala, which is right here. I will swatch that for you. It doesn't really swatch like of anything. And then I've been using the shade Splurge, which is a little bit darker. So like, these 2 shadows have become like a staple for me. And they are the easiest, it's the easiest look that looks like you spent 5 hours blending and creating this whole like dimensional, you know, multi-dimensional shadow look when it's really just 2 colors. So it's just like these 2 colors and 3 brushes. Takes literally less than 5 minutes to do, and you're out the door. And you glue on some lashes and you're set. I mean, it's like seriously my go-to. If you guys want, I can do a video using it. It probably will not be long, like I could do a quick get ready with me, like using this palette and the whole technique, like literally these brushes, like I've had them sitting out here. The Morphe M502, which is like just a big fluffy brush. And then this, I don't even know, do they make this anymore? This is that Sonia Kashuk, that like really popular one that everyone and their mother has. Remember this blending brush? I don't even know if she still makes it. I had like 5 of them. Like, you remember this? Just use that, and then just a pencil brush. The Morphe M574 that I use under my eyes. So like, those are these 3 brushes in this palette, go to. Obsessed. And it looks so good. You know, like you can wear it anywhere. You can wear it out, you could just wear it during the day, and it's gonna look put together. So I was obsessed with that. Okay, then I have a ton of lip products. So let's start with them because like literally, guys, these are all my favorite lip products. I don't know what got into me, but let's start. So this one is the Bare Minerals, these are like their Gen Nude, like their version of liquid lipsticks, and this is in the shade Slay. I was freaking obsessed with these when I first got them. Let me wipe off the eyeshadow swatches so you can get the full on, what do you call it? Lip swatches, because there's gonna be a lot of them. So this is in the shade Slay. I love this color. That's like a terrible swatch. That looks way too clumpy. Okay, here is Slay. It is the most beautiful mauve-y pink ever. There you go, you're getting the true color right there. It looks so beautiful on any skin tone, whether you're fair, medium, or dark. This is going to be just the most perfect color. And for me, I'm able to line my lips, fill them in, and then put this on and not think about it. Because it's going to wear throughout the day, but it's gonna kind of leave your lips with a pretty stain, so you don't really need to touch up. If you like that look, you know, if you still want it to be, have a little bit more pigment, then yeah, you might want to touch up, especially if you're eating and drinking, but just throughout the day, you don't have to. So that is Slay. Love this so much. Holy grail. Like that formula of the, whatever the Bare Minerals liquid lips, it's one of my favorite formulas. Another oldie but a goodie. This is the Sephora Outrageous Effect Volume Gloss in number 2. I'm into, again, as per usual, I don't think I ever got out of it, the colors of like the Your Lips But Better. I think it's the most flattering on me. Not, I mean, I'm wearing more of a pinky nude today, but in general, wearing these kinds of shades, like this gloss, you can't beat that color. And it goes with everything, and it's so easy to wear because you don't even need a liner with it. Look at that. It is so perfect, and this is so inexpensive, and the formula is great. It's not sticky, it's not, you know, goopy. I love it. So another favorite lip product, my Chanel number 722. With the eye look that I've been loving, you don't really need to think about your eyes, and you can wear any color lip with it. So out of all these colors that I'm showing you, I have worn one of these lip shades with that look, and it almost totally changes the look, because you can do a really dark lip, you could do a really nude lip, and you don't even have to think about it because your eyes are already so neutral, but still made up, if that makes sense. So that's the Chanel gloss, which is just, the formula is perfection. It kind of looks very similar to the Sephora one, except this is a little bit more pink in it, but amazing. This is the YSL number 44 Rouge Volupshine lipstick. This formula, it's just like the regular Rouge Volupes that we know and love, that they reformulated. It does not have staying power. Like, you know, it's not going to stay on your lips. It's like a gloss. It is in a tube. And it's going to slide all over your lips, but it's so moisturizing and so pink and so beautiful. And sometimes when you just want that beautiful, you know, pouty lip look, that is the color that I love to go for. And it's just kind of been sitting in my purse, like between, I would say between these two and one of the other ones I'm going to show you. They've just been kind of sitting in my bag and kind of maybe rotating in and out. But for the most part, this has been in my purse. I think if I remember correctly, in my what's in my bag video, I think I had this in there because I was wearing it all the time, and it's easy. Like I said, a lot of the colors, they go with everything. They go with whatever look you're wearing. So it's very flattering. And then this lip color is by Buxom, and this is the Rebel Rose. Now this is definitely a bit more pink, and I'm going to swatch this right under the Slay because they're very similar. Okay, this is the Rebel Rose, which is beautiful. And if I didn't say it, it is their bold gel lipstick. So it's very similar to Slay. Slay has maybe a bit more of a purpley tone to it. This definitely has a bit more rose, but it is so beautiful. It has really good staying power. It's more of a satin. I would say, like a jelly satin, which is so flattering and very hydrating, but it's gonna stay on your lips a little bit longer. Now for me, I do love to also tap my lip colors, and I've told you guys that before. So for this, when I tap that in, it really stays. It really stains your lips and kind of works as a liquid lipstick would, but still not that drying, you know, feeling. So that is perfection. Okay, then I have 3 more lip products and then a couple hair things that I have to show you guys. So I'll show, since I'm flinging this around, I will share this. This is a by Terry lip liner, #1 Perfect Nude. I love this. This pretty much goes with every color. Let me get a decent enough swatch of it. Pretty much any color that I've shared with you, this is the lip liner I would wear with it. It is right here. You can see how perfect it matches. Even the Slay and this, even though they're a bit more, you know, purpley mauvey, and this is just like a neutral, your lips but better. Very, not too pink, not too nude. So if you can see that, it's a pretty heavy swatch, but it works perfectly. You can overline your lips with this, which I love to do. Overline and kind of fill in to really give that pout. This is perfection. And it says it's waterproof. I would say it really does have a decent like stain. It's not the kind that's going to give you that ring around your mouth like some lip liners do, but love this. And then the last 2 lip products. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte in Child Star. I've worn this in a couple of videos, and I know I've shown it in a tutorial maybe. I know I've shown it or I've talked about it. I know I have because I remember wearing it. It's right up there. Now this is more of a true pinky nude. This doesn't have any, you know, mauve or like brownie undertones. It's more of a true pinky nude. It is so flattering on. It dries down really nice. It doesn't dry down too matte, but yet it dries down enough where you can still put a gloss over it. I really like these, and I really like the packaging. I don't know what it is, but it's like flat. So it's just like aesthetically pleasing, and it's just, it feels really nice. And the applicator is really nice. And if you look at it, I mean, it's very similar in tone, I would say closest to the YSL. Like if that makes sense. It's very similar in tone because they're more in the pink family. Whereas these are more in the nudie brown, and then these are more mauve. I love it. I love it. If you were thinking about trying any of the Too Faced products, check that out. Last but certainly not least, out of the lip thing, this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea little balm thing. This is in rose. I had one of these, if you guys remember. I had it like, I think in the clear or the nude. I don't know, it melted. I had one and it melted in my bag in the summer, I think last summer. And I never replaced it. But then I got this one and it was just like, oh my God. I don't even know why I'm swatching this because it's not gonna swatch of anything. It is right here. It's got a slight tint to it. I was debating between the rose and the nude, but they looked so similar. I went with the rose. Look how pretty that is. And it's really moisturizing. And you know, you have those days when you don't want to put anything on your lips, but yet you want to have something on your lips because not only do you want them to be hydrated and moisturized, but you just kind of want a little bit of color. That's what that is perfect for. It is perfect to give your lips like that shine and that gloss and the hydration, but it's not going to put forth too much color. It's just going to kind of enhance your natural skin tone or your natural lip color tone. It's really good. And as long as you don't keep it in your bag too long, you'll be fine and it won't melt. Just take it out. But I love this, and it's minty. So it kind of gives almost a slight tingle, but it's not really going to plump or anything of the sort. It's just really good. So those are my lip picks for this month. A lot of lip colors. Oh my God. 3 hair things. Well, 2 amazing things and 1 fail. So let me talk about the fail first of the hair, which is surprising for me, but I did want to share this with you guys because people were asking me if I got this and if I was going to try it. This is the new Kerastase L'Incroyable Blow Dry Cream. I have the original L'Incroyable, which was in the pump, and it was more of like a liquidy thing, and I have talked about that, and I really do like that product. The Shu Uemura BB hair thing probably is my all-time favorite hair product right now, but the L'Incroyable Original is very good. It does keep your hair hydrated and frizz-free, but this I did not like. This is supposed to be a blow-dry cream, more of a, you know, thicker consistency. I could just squeeze out some of it. You could see it really is a cream. The other is very liquidy, and I find smooths better into your hair. Now this does have some hold. It's got, this is for medium to thick hair. So that's why I thought I would really enjoy this, because the L'Incroyable, I mean, it's for all hair types, but this was specifically made for people that have thick hair and long hair. So I said, oh, that's right up my alley. Absolutely hated it. I used it a few times, and the first time I used it, I used way too much. And I know I did, because I put some in my hair and then I was like, oh, maybe it's not enough. And I put way too much, and it was just so disgusting. I felt like I needed to wash my hair again, but I could barely like round brush it out. It was horrible. So then the next time I used it, I was like, all right, I used a lot less, but I still didn't like it. I didn't like the way my hair felt. It felt like there was heavy product in it. Like, I like to have my hair to feel like there's nothing in it, but I still like it to hold a curl, and still like it to be, you know, as you can see, I still like it to have some movement, but I want it to be soft looking and to feel like hair, not to be crunchy or goopy or anything like that. This did not work. And I mean, maybe I'll try it one more time, but the 3 times that I've tried it, I really didn't like it. I didn't like the way my hair blew out. I didn't like the way it curled. I just didn't like the feel of it. The hold is a bit too much. And even though my hair is so thick and it normally can take things like that, can take, you know, hold, it didn't. It made it too producty and too product feeling. So it didn't do much for me. So I'm glad I just got the travel size of it, because even though this was pretty pricey for just the travel size, I'm glad I didn't buy the big thing, but that's a no-go for me. And then on the other end of the spectrum, 2 amazing hair products. This is the Kerastase Serum Therapiste. This is the dual treatment for extremely damaged lengths and ends. It has dual treatment fiber quality renewal care. A lot of people were recommending this to me for a really long time, and I was kind of like on the fence about getting it, because I really, you know, just kind of like to stick to the products I was using. But since I changed up a lot of hair care products, not just since I got the keratin treatment, but just in general, I've been using a little bit more shoe products. I thought I would try this because I really was looking to treat my ends. And when I stopped heat styling twice a week, I just was letting my hair air dry once a week. I was like, well, let me just try and put something in my ends just so they're not too dry, because I'm not, okay, I guess my camera got mad at me. It cut me off because I was talking too long about this product. What was I going to say? So I really wanted something to treat my ends, and this is perfect. You pump it out, and it's got an oil and a cream in it, and you just, you know, put your 2 fingers here and you pump it out. You need a very little bit of it. Rub it really good in between your palms and just kind of run it through. I mean, I usually start probably at my bangs and work my way down and really just kind of focus on the ends, and it keeps my ends hydrated and soft and looking like I just got a haircut, even though I didn't. Really love this. I mean, everyone that recommends this to me, and it's something that you're gonna, you know, leave it in. You're not gonna want to layer too much with it, because it already has like a cream and an oil on top of it, so you don't want to go too crazy, but perfection. Love this stuff. This is the shampoo that I said I would talk more about in my favorites video. I love this. It is sulfate free. It is natural. It has, you know, paraben and DEA free, sulfate free, all natural formula. The Boo Bamboo Ultra Strengthening Shampoo. I got this off of Vitacost. I think you can get it probably in any of those health websites. Vitacost, Lucky Vitamin, iHerb, whatever websites like that will sell this. This was like $7 for what, 10 fluid ounces, 300 milliliters. This is so good. This does not even feel like it is a sulfate-free shampoo. It's thick, it lathers, it really cleanses and rinses your hair and makes it feel like it is you are using some like $100 shampoo. It really, you know, it does re-strengthen your hair, because like I was saying in my keratin video, sometimes I was using that one, you know, sulfate-free shampoo over and over again, so my hair kind of got not used to it, but it needed something to switch off to. So when I got this, my hair loves it. I almost want to like use this every time I wash my hair, but I won't because I know I want to kind of keep it balanced and keep, you know, switching off. So I'll use this, you know, every few shampoos, you know, or use that every few, depending on, like I said, what my hair needs. So this is just so good. And it says say goodbye to dry, brittle hair. So if you have really dry hair, even if you don't have a keratin treatment and you just want your hair to be revitalized, I would highly recommend this because it is going to, you know, it's going to even, it's going to cleanse, and it says it's good for color treated hair. I was just reading the back here. And I find I don't color treat my whole hair, just my roots, but I find that even so, my hair just looked more vibrant when I used it. Not that it, you know, would look dull or anything, but it just looked glossier. That's the word I'm looking for. Like you put like a glaze in your hair. Love this. Super inexpensive. I know from one end of the spectrum to the other, this to Kerastase, but you'll always see a Kerastase product in my favorites video. So 2 products that I'm just absolutely loving. Like I said, I had a lot of favorites this month, guys. I have to do a separate lifestyle favorites because there's no way I'll be here for an hour filming, and my camera already cut off, and we don't want to sit here for an hour yapping about stuff, so I'll just do a separate video. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. As always, I want to know what you are loving this month. If you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the little bell next to the little subscribe button so you're notified of all my new videos. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video, guys.